Good morning. Kirtan is a form of singing known as chanting. It's a divine prayer set to music and sometimes dancing as well. Also known as bhakti yoga, repeating the name of the Lord through mantras gives people a significant way of connecting to and communicating with the divine. It's also through this devotional practice that we can connect with the other people deeply, yet in a spiritual, peaceful, and playful way. While we chant only occasionally in the meeting, in worship here, as Unitarian Universalists, we devote ourselves to the search for truth in all sources. Each form of prayer helps unite us with our deepest spiritual selves and the divine in a unique way that can only add to the beauty of our souls and our lives and allow us to better serve one another. Today we have the honor and pleasure of being led by Keshav Sharon, founder and president of the Braj Mander of Holbrook. Opening this Hindu temple in Holbrook was the culmination of years of work and care and allows for the continued preservation, growth, and celebration of Hindu religion and culture, as well as building the bridges with other faith traditions. Please join me in welcoming Keshav. Please feel free to use and engage as simply as you like. Observe or as you are moved as Keshav leads us through the chants printed in your order of worship.
Shri Radhe, the Kirtan is, as Laura said, is a part of Bhakti Yoga. What we are trying to do in this process, we are trying to activate our heart chakra by singing. And whichever way you connect with it, it doesn't have to be properly pronounced name. It's just a matter of sound vibration has a potency to open up our heart chakra. And when the heart chakra is opened up, then you are actually, as we just read, going within. We are trying to seek that same absolute truth, which is hidden right inside of us. So, join us in this Kirtan by clapping or by playing any instrument. If you like to come forward, sit down is a very casual setting. So wherever you find a space, you are welcome to come, or you want to come more forward, chairs are right here. If you don't come, we probably will actually join you in the back in the Kirtan time. So really there is no front and back. So wherever you sit down, that's where the Kirtan is. And if you feel comfortable where you are sitting, is also fine. So Laura ji will start out with the Kirtan, and then we'll all keep taking turns.
I think Laura maybe mentioned in Kirtan usually someone sings a line out to chant, and then everyone else sings back. So sing it out, and you echo back, and you feel inspired to sing it, shake the instrument, you roll, or so you feel like standing up and just swinging, and everyone sings it. It always sounds good. So I think we're starting on that front page at the bottom. Let this space be filled with love, peace and joy, O Lord above. Let all people here within open up and let you come in.
this is the Kirtan. It's like playing like a children. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but its focus is to pay attention to peace and then joy. And that's the glory of God.
Just to remind you, this is not a performance. This is prayerful singing. This is joyful noise. So anyone who'd like to take an opportunity to come down front and sit down with us or to grab an instrument, please do so. The next one is on the back of your sheets. It's the one on the top. It's called Hare Om, Dear One, Sat Nam, Holy Name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home.
Dear one, Sat Nam.
next one is Yugal Maha Mantra. Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Shyam, Shyam Shyam, Radhe Radhe. And there's a better is for you to close your eyes, you don't even look at the paper, and even if you can pronounce properly, fine. And this time I will request we just play a few musical instruments, most of us we try to clap. Because we have a sound vibration light in our hands. Okay? So, you can do your harmony, and we if you don't mind playing the speaker. And then all of the Today we have gathered at the Holy Land. Holy is meaning where the different heart reunite together. That is the holy. Whether it's heart of Christian or Muslim or Jew or Hindu or anyone who does not believe in organized religion. When the all hearts are uniting, that is the holy. When we criticize someone else's faith, that is the war. The child actually born with no concept of any religion. So the child actually is born is like a canvas. Slowly, we impose our belief on those innocent. And the child grows to be a young man or woman. Now try to connect with divine. So it's connecting in two different sources. One is the religious source, and another is its spiritual understanding. The religious institutions are the place where we get to learn, do the rituals, and have opportunity to find out our own self. So the religious institution gives us the opportunity of knowledge. But the wisdom that no one can impart. Even if you like something, your individual understanding of that wisdom is so unique that it cannot even describe through the words. So when the same child grows to be a young person, young human being, has another opportunity of learning that same spirituality through the universal way, through the religious process is produced like where we are sitting today, is to actually find out what is my inner connection to someone who has painted all different drawing on this canvas. That practice become a more clear and profound when we actually, instead of seeing that eternity out far away, is to see within. Then what happens when actually we start going within? When we start going within, that's when the contentment appears in our heart. The contentment is not just a word, it's actually the experience and true self. And we take the example of that contentment from the mango tree. The mango tree also grows as a child plant, and then once it becomes a big tree. It flowers and then produces a fruit. That fruit is no one actually hangs on that tree. It comes from within. It's from within its own joy and contentment which produces a fruit. When the fruit-giving tree is full of fruits, one thing happens, is actually becomes more humble, is lenient towards the ground. When we actually follow that contentment, instead of becoming a title-headed person or egoistic person, the ego disappears. In fact, that ego becomes a devotee. It's become a very humble. It does not become someone authority or someone greater. It becomes a more unique and simple, like a child is willing to learn anything you impose or teach. Similarly, the humble person is also like that, is learning every single moment. It's not what I have learned yesterday and what I'm going to learn tomorrow, is today. That contentment is not something you need to acquire some external skills like a music or art or anything materialistic way of understanding. It's basically being within. And when you actually go within, you meditate in your inner self, then one thing you receive is the peace. And with your appearance, it radiates the love to others. And how does that radiating the love actually comes from that contentment person is like a flowering tree. Flowering tree gives the beauty, and the smells is actually radiates. It goes outwards. That's the contentment of the flowering tree. Now let's take another example of contentment of a smallest plant, grass. She cannot produce any fruit. She cannot even grow bigger to give shade, and she does not have a flower. But what she has, a very humility, very uniqueness, that in the unity of combination of all the grasses, it gives the softness to our skin. So it's not that you have to be something greater to be a service to self and others. You could be wherever you are. And now let's take another example from river. River source is understood to be an ocean. So what she does, she gives full percent, 100% herself to the ground. If someone else comes and takes the waters, she also gives them. She soaks herself in the earth. We always see river is floating on the plain, but we don't see river going down and up. She actually, in fact, goes down and nurture the roots. Through nurturing the roots of the tree, she nurture all the tip of the root as well. So when we go our eternity, you can actually serve so many ways. You can serve depending on the bank balance, that I'm going to give some money to the institution and that will be my service. But that is actually relying on your bank balance. Once the bank balance is gone, you will just say, I can't anymore do it. Because the bank balance starts from somewhere and ends somewhere. It's not just remain as eternal. But when you go inner self, what you are connecting similarly as a river connects with the ocean, you connect yourself with your eternity. And when you serve from eternal source, that's when you are not saying that you're going to run out of that eternity. You will run out of that peace. You will run out of that love. That will never happen to us. So trying to find a religion which gives us the opportunity, as God gave us the opportunity to be a child, but we were imposed by others. We never let our heart to understand that beauty of divine. True parents is to actually allow your child to grow with the nature and support. You can water the plant, you can give the nutrients to the plant, you can provide the proper protection. But if you start to clip and you start to take the leaves away from the plant, then that plant will not grow in natural way. Or if you try to put too much pesticides, then we are basically experimenting on something which is itself is beautiful. Itself is fruitive trees. The children are like that. But there is never too late. There are places where you can actually open up. You can again receive the same canvas as you were given by God. Unitarian Universalist gives us that opportunity, gives us to go within, gives us that opportunity to again connect with our eternal source. That's what we should focus on. We should not actually think that when $1 million is being donated, that's the only time we actually recognize as a divine person. We should actually think that divinity is within, and from your heart what you will do, that is no comparison of those millions of dollars or those external way of doing the service. Try to find out when we are in Unitarian Universalistic path to be open, to be able to connect with whether is Muslim person is front of you, you see that as a divine person and you find the beauty within that Muslim person, and you should be able to connect as you will find the connection with the flowering tree. Similarly, you can be connected with the tree who gives the fruit, whether that tree appears as a follower of Buddha. So you should be able to find that same beauty from Christian or Judo or Hindu. Whichever way anyone comes, with any title or without any title, you should be able to connect with that person and able to actually relish, because soon as you are connected in heart to heart, that's what you create a holy land. Shri Radhe Shyam. Shri Radhe.